a 7-stone turquoise cuff, and this one is really cool. I'll tell you what I love about it. It has some really fun freeform shapes, a little bit more of a square and geometric look to the piece, and for the amount of turquoise and the amount of silver that you're getting here today, I think also one of the best values in the show, because you're getting it all here today for $249.90. We took $70 off the price. Those interest-free monthly payments are down to less than $50 a month. And you can shop it here today, either on our website, hsn.com, or give us a call. Where do we begin, Jennifer? This one is so cool. I love the size and the shape of those stones.
The artist in here is Irvin Sosi. He's one of our, one of our master silversmiths. And so what you can see there is that the imperfections of the turquoise, nothing is shaped, just right, and everything in life, you got to take one step at a time. And so when you see something like this, you see, the true beauty in it, which is, the person who is wearing it, and especially the stone in itself.
I don't know what stone to look at because there's 7 of them. I mean, it just keeps catching my eye from every single angle. And I'm gonna give you a little bit of details here on each of the sizes of those stones, because I think each one could be a cuff. Each one of those could be a ring, right? Because of the size of those?
Oh yes, and especially the amount of silver that is in it. And what the artisans like to do sometimes is they would go back into the older trading posts and look at the different pieces that are still inside of the trading post that other artisans have made years and years before. And so what they would like to do is play off of those different styles and kind of update it into their own.
And what's so cool about having all 7 stones is that it really encircles your wrist. It's from one end and it wraps all the way around the other side. Okay, so now I have my sizing for you. We have the small medium choice that fits up to a 6.5-inch wrist, and we have the medium large, and that fits up to an 8.5-inch wrist. Not small stones. These are 15 by 13, they are 14 by 14, they are 17 by 12. You'll notice they're not perfectly square, and they're not perfectly rectangular. And that's what's sort of fun and unexpected about it, is that each stone has its own unique shape and personality. And that means no 2 bracelets, right? Would look exactly alike. And let me show you the size of the cuff too, because the sides of the cuff are also really fun. What are we looking at here? Sort of like a little fan shape, or
your little
moon.
fans, you'll see in a lot of jewelry making that you see fans, feathers, you see different types of birds, feathers, and because there's different ceremonies that involve different birds. And so for example, I talked about the red flicker bird. The red flicker bird is a small bird that has a really bright shape, bushy red tail. And a long time ago, before humans, there were the birds that were lined up together by the eagle, and the eagle was the big boss. And so all the birds came up in front of the eagle and was asking the big eagle, what can I do for you? And so he was giving them tasks to do and aligning them up in order. And the last to come was the red flicker bird. And the red flicker bird was, up to, anything, asking, what can I do for you? So the eagle was thinking, this is the smaller guy. I'll just give him the easiest task. So he tells him, I want you to fly as far above the clouds as you can, close to the sun, and come back. And so he figured, since he was small, that he wouldn't come back right